video series, we will cover Jin Yong's The Legend of the Condor Heroes. And we'll be using the 2017 TV version to supplement telling this story. Taking place in 13th century China during the Jin-Song War, between the Jurchen-led Jin Empire, and the Han-led Song dynasty. The Jin, ruled by the Nguyen royal family, have taken over northern China, becoming the ruling minority, and are considered by the Song people to be corrupt and cruel. This story begins in the remote village of Wuxia. Two sworn brothers toast over the 60th year anniversary death of Yue Fei, a military general who fought and led the Song forces against the Jin Empire in northern China, wishing that they themselves had the opportunity to fight alongside the patriot. They hope that they can emulate him in their own lifetime, and drink to pay their respects to the general. They see a Taoist priest passing by, impressed by his ability, leaving no footprints while walking on the snow, noting that he must be a skilled martial arts master. They invite the Taoist priest to come in for a drink. The Taoist priest is suspicious, but cautiously accepts their offer. One of the sworn brothers offers to take the Taoist's parcel, and as he reaches for it, the Taoist priest immediately reacts, and uses his martial arts to force the man away. Realizing that the sworn brothers also know martial arts, he accuses them of having ulterior motives, pretending to be farmers, and asks what they are after. The sworn brothers claim that they invited him in out of their own generosity, yet he is the one being rude. They then ask him if he's hiding something suspicious in his parcel. The Taoist priest unwraps his parcel and reveals a bloody head. As one of the sworn brothers takes their wives inside the house, the other prepares to fight. The sworn brother, using a spear, and the Taoist priest, using a sword, begin to fight. After a few exchanges, the Taoist priest stops fighting. He recognizes the spear techniques used by the sworn brother as the Yang family spear, and asks for his name. The sworn brother tells him his name is Yang Tiexin. The Taoist priest asks if he's related to General Yang Zai-Sing, who also fought alongside General Yue Fei. Yang Tiexin confirms that he is indeed the great-grandson of the general. The other sworn brother is Xiaotian, a descendant of rebels who fought the Jin government. The Taoist priest apologizes to them, saying that they are descendants of patriotic heroes and he mistook them as working for the corrupt local government. The Taoist priest reveals himself to be Qiu Chuji. The sworn brothers right away recognize his name, and his reputation for fighting and killing the evil Jin. They are soon interrupted by the arrival of raiders on horseback. Qiu Chuji tells the sworn brother to return inside and not to come outside no matter what, telling them that the raiders are government agents after him because he killed a low-life man. The Taoist priest makes quick work of the government agents, killing them one by one. After searching the dead bodies, the sworn brothers discover they carry the Jin Empire insignia. Qiu Chuji reveals that the man he killed was a known traitor, a corrupt government magistrate who sold out his own Song people to the Jin, for money. The friends celebrate their meeting with each other, and bond over their shared hatred of the Jin Empire, and their patriotic duty to protect the Song people. It is revealed that both wives, Balziru, wife of Yang Tiexin, and Li Ping, wife of Xiaotian, are pregnant. Qiu Chuji tells them he regrets bringing danger into their lives at such a time. The sworn brothers say it is not his fault, as he did not know this. Because they admire his virtues and skills, they request that he names their unborn children. Qiu Chuji gives each unborn child a dagger with their names written on it. Guo Jing and Yang Kang, It is explained that they are named after the Jing-Kang incident. This was when the Jin attacked the Song capital, and captured most of the royal family, leading to the fall of the northern Song dynasty. The children are named this to remind them, who and where they come from. The two families agree that if the children are the same gender, they will be sworn siblings, and if they are a boy and a girl, they will be married. They decide that the daggers should be switched, with each child getting the other's dagger, to instill this intended bond between the families. After Bao Xiru puts her drunk husband to bed, she goes out to the shed and finds one of the Jin fighters wounded but still alive. He begs her to help him and she does, treating his wound and bringing him food. She is reluctant to reveal him to her husband, as she knows it would mean certain death for the man, and decides to nurse him back to health due to her kind nature. One morning she finds that the Jin fighter has disappeared. Soon after, Song soldiers show up to the village demanding that the treacherous rebels, Xiaotian and Tiexin, show themselves or the entire village will be burned to the ground. The sworn brothers confront, and briefly fight the soldiers, before escaping with their wives on horseback. The soldiers chase after them, and the sworn brothers dismount to continue fighting, holding them off, while their wives escape. When it becomes clear that they will soon be overwhelmed, Xiaotian sacrifices himself to hold off the remaining soldiers, and tells Yang Tiexin to protect both their families. As soldiers are held back by Xiaotian, he dies in front of his sworn brother, Yang Tiexin, who runs after their wives, as they are being captured by the soldiers. He is able to save his own wife, but Li Ping is captured. He leaves Bao Xiru behind to rescue Li Ping. But Bao Xiru is once again captured by the soldiers. Yang Tiexin catches up, and kills the soldiers holding Li Ping. She asks where her husband is, and is shocked to find out that he has died. As they continue their escape, the soldiers eventually catch up to them, and shoot Yang Tiexin with arrows. He defiantly attempts to fight them, but the commander kicks him off the cliff to his death. The other group of soldiers are taking Bao Xiru away, but are ambushed by a group of Jin attackers. One of the attackers rescues Bao Xiru. He is revealed to be the wounded Jin fighter she had saved. He takes her to a nearby city to have a doctor look after her, and finds out she is pregnant, but is otherwise uninjured. Qiu Chuji returns to Wuxia village, only to find Guo Xiaotian's corpse, hung up on display, and the soldiers publicly condemning him, and Yang Tiexin, as traitorous rebels, who allied themselves with the Jin Empire. Qiu Chuji attacks the soldiers, and demands to know who is their superior. Revealed to be Duan Tiande, the commander. Before cutting down his friend's corpse, and blaming himself for bringing this fate upon them. Bao Xiru wakes up after 3 days, and is told by the man who rescued her, that her husband has been killed by the Song soldiers. He lets her know that they are in a city, and has told the innkeeper she is his wife to avoid suspicion and detection from the Song soldiers. He introduces himself as Yan Lai, and tells her that he is available if she needs anything, while she mourns her husband. Qiu Chuji shows up at the Song soldiers' base, and demands to see Commander Duan Tiande. As the soldiers fight him, he sees Duan Tiande running away from the fight, and captures him before he can escape. Not knowing that this man is Duan Tiande himself, he interrogates him to Duan Tiande's whereabouts, to which the man lies, and says he is out drinking west of the lake. After Qiu Chuji leaves, Tian orders his men to take Li Peng, and dress her in a soldier uniform, so that he can take her hostage with him, to his uncle's temple to hide from the Taoist priest. Arriving at the temple, he begs his uncle, a monk, to protect him, claiming an evil Taoist priest is after his life. His uncle does not want to help him, but Tian uses his dead parents to guilt his uncle into helping him hide. Qiu Chuji shows up at the temple, demanding Tian, but his uncle requests that he wait 3 days before he hands him over. The Taoist priest accepts the terms, but takes a cauldron from the temple as collateral. Yanlai approaches the innkeeper, but he and his servant bump into another man before his servant forces him away. Yanlai requests that food be brought to his wife's room, and is politely asked by the innkeeper to pay his bill for the past few days. His servant finds that his money is gone, as well as his own, and he realizes that the man from earlier had stolen their money. As the innkeeper begins accusing them of being scammers, Song soldiers barge in, followed by a well-dressed government official. The official bows down to Yanlai, and introduces himself as the local governor. He apologizes to Yanlai for being pickpocketed in his city, and offers him many times the amount he lost. Yanlai is revealed to actually be Wanyan Hongli, the sixth prince of the Jin Empire. Bao Ziru is watching from above, and is shocked by this revelation. While the Jin prince is sleeping, Bao Ziru contemplates killing him, and questions whether or not she should have saved him. The prince wakes up, but does not stop her, instead tells her she is free to kill him, but he is not the one responsible for her husband's death, but rather it was his own Song people who had killed him. She cannot return to the Song people, as they have deemed her family traitors. She decides that she would rather end her own life than live without her husband, but is stopped by the prince, who convinces her to continue living for her child, as it is the only legacy left of her dead husband. Subscribe, like, and share this video if you want this series to continue.